So let's get started. Sorry about earlier. I wanted to get some more viewers on. We never really got a decent amount of viewers, but we're gonna go ahead and go get started anyway, so we can have it we can have the recording up. So basically, what I wanted to discuss today was the how we've been able to continue to one second. So how we've been able to leverage our virtual assistants and what we've been able to do with them up until this point, and some new stuff that we're doing going into the future. So first and foremost, man, I know that the virtual assistants, um, how I became familiar with the whole idea of hiring virtual assistants from overseas and getting them to trained up so they can run our thing. So run our back office, onboard our staff, reach out to our follow ups, like the people that we've already reached out to, whether it's referral sources, families, caregivers. They're trained now to be able to handle all of those things, and not only are they able to do those things consistently, the price, the rate that we pay to get these things done is very affordable and very realistic for anybody's income level. So you don't have to be rich. You don't have to have a lot of money saved up. You don't have to, you know, you don't need a lot of money to get started with these healthcare administrative assistants. Um, and I feel like it's really good to have them on in the beginning stages, so you're training them. They're learning. You guys are learning together. You're training them, and uh, you're getting stuff done even while you may still have another job, or you might still, you might be working cases, and like who's going to be making these phone calls during the day. So from Monday through Friday, from 9 to 5, your company, your home care service, your assisted living business has to be open. You have to be open for business. So to have that happen, and you're not able to do it yourself, is the great solution to that is having a virtual assistant. So I'm gonna talk about some of the things they've done for us, and then also I'm gonna talk about how. First, I'm gonna discuss the book that led me to this actual this opportunity. I'll call it this opportunity of working with virtual assistants. It was a book called The 4 Hour Work Week, and it's by Tim Ferriss. And I suggest everybody who hears this, and if you're interested in ever doing business in any capacity, you have to read the 4 Hour Work Week. It's just going to give you the edge that you need and the leverage that you need to be competitive in a market where everybody is. I mean, a lot of the people the serious players in this market are, making a decent amount of phone calls every week, sending out emails, doing face-to-face visits with different referral sources and consultations with families, and onboarding caregivers, pairing them with different facilities or families where you see fit, where they will be a good fit. These are the tasks that have to be happening every day in your business, and if you're not doing these tasks, you're not in business. You're not getting it done. You're not going to get to the goal that you set for yourself. So the 4 Hour Work Week, the Senior Care Edition. Basically, today I just wanted to cover some of the things that they have done for us, and some of the things that they could do for you, and show you how that you can actually get involved with this, and also how you can use them in your company. So that's what we're going to be discussing here. Let me pull up my notes here, and we're going to get right after it. So one of the things that they've done. So one of the so just getting like a quick overview of some of the things that they've done to me, like projects they've completed for me, is like they designed my newsletter, like the physical newsletter that we send out to different facilities and families and caregivers. Just so we can have our newsletter. Basically, it's like sending a brochure and a business card and it's like sending a marketing piece to your to all of your network, and you want to not only send that newsletter to caregivers. You say, why would you send it to caregivers? You want your caregivers getting it, the applicants getting it, whoever address that you have in your company, that's who's getting it. So they've designed that newsletter for us, and that goes out once a month. They've designed our brochures. They've designed my book, the Ultimate Senior Care uh, business planner. They designed it. My virtual assistants designed it. They helped me with the content. We put it together, and they formatted it for Amazon, and they put it on Amazon, and then I can start selling it. My virtual assistants did that for a price that will make you upset if you found out how cheap I was able to get that book done, right? So that's the virtual. This is just some of the things that they could do for you. They build the websites. They do search engine optimization. They optimize your website so that your site can be found on Google, in a way without you having to spend, all this money trying to, compete for those first two top slots on your Google search in your direct market. Obviously, you're not trying to be on, Google. You're not trying to be the number one healthcare service in the whole country. You're just trying to be the number one healthcare company or home care company that pops up in your marketplace. So they can help you with that. We get a lot of leads from that. Understanding how to get Google reviews. They can help you with Google reviews. Google reviews are very important. Um, Social media. They can edit your YouTube videos, create branded uh, digital digital images, marketing videos, marketing, just regular pictures with your information on it, with memes and stuff like that. They do memes. They create this stuff for you. So there's so much that can be done with a well-trained virtual healthcare administrative assistant that it's almost unfair when you think about when you look at this picture and you say, damn, bro, what you mean 4-hour work week? Like, that's a real thing. Like, if I can get enough, I can focus on my home care service for less than 4 hours a week and still make sure everything is getting accomplished. That's me dealing with my caregivers, making sure all of the phone calls are getting done. The follow up is consistent, and everything is happening. Like, we're on board new clients. That's the goal. Like, being able to watch this stuff happen in real time, and I'm going to walk you through a process here real quick, is amazing. Watching your caregiver, or I'm gonna give you the example now. So take, for example, this is our system. This is our program for onboarding caregivers, and this is how we have been able to encourage, or what's the word, the better word, incentivize. So we incentivize our virtual assistants by giving them a bonus every time they get a caregiver through the whole process, from, so we like to say, from ND to software. So from ND to software is where they're going to actually be put in. They're hired, and they're in the system, and they can be added to a shift within the software. They'll start getting their schedule to their phones. So The Indeed is the start. That's the start line, and the finish line is getting them in the system, onboarded, ready for a shift, paired with the shift, onboarded, ready to work. So, how do we get that done? First step, we push the virtual assistant runs ads for us, free ads on Indeed, Facebook, Craigslist, LinkedIn, everywhere you can post ads. Our virtual assistants are posting ads for caregivers for specific locations. So everything is geo targeted. Geo targeted just means it's targeted to a specific location. So the virtual assistant first step, place the ads. So once they get the ads out there, now we got people, applicants applying. Once they apply, the virtual assistant calls them, gets their information, does like a basic phone interview, just the basics to see if they got all their documentation, if they vaccinated, they got their driver's license. Just a really quick 10-15 minute at the most phone call. Well, we're going to get just the basics. After that phone call, they're going to get an email invitation to a Zoom interview that's going to be conducted by the virtual assistant. On that, after if they pass step one, they go to step two. Step two is where they get their Zoom link and their their information for the interview. So before that interview date comes, they're getting all the documentation. We'll send them all the documentation that we're going to need for them to fill out. So their applications, consent forms, and all of that, right? So all of this stuff is in the business in the box. So we send them the information that they need to sign up, and then we have the information for the Kumar requires, that the state of Maryland requires, that there's a couple other documents as well. So those documents are all filled out and complete, right? So those documents are filled out and complete before the interview. The virtual assistant is telling the applicant, hey, look, we need these documents before we can do this interview. If you're serious about getting an interview, you want to make sure these documents are you have to have these documents submitted before we can move forward to the interview process, to the interview. So now that the virtual assistant has the documentation, now they're going into the interview. The interview questionnaire, again, it's in the business in the box. I've given you guys everything that you need to win. So the interview, the actual interview checklist or questionnaire that the virtual assistant is going to go through on that Zoom call is going to be it's in your business in the box. You have all these documents already for you. So they go through the interview. The interviews usually take about 30-40 minutes. They're talking, they're letting them talk, they're asking leading questions. So we're training them to do the interviews. Next, once they get the interview, that's when I get an email, or somebody in the office gets an email. Somebody on my staff here in America gets the email. So we get the email, we look at it. Hey, this is a great candidate. Yes, put them in the system. We want to we'll schedule an in-person interview, get them in the system. We like them. We want to take it to the next step. So then once they get that they get that yes from us, they take it to the next step, where they actually input all the caregivers' information into our software, like ADL, where Access Care, whatever one you want to use. They put all their information in there, the shifts that they're available. They put all their certifications in there. We got all their files and all that. So we have a physical file now because we printed out all their documents, and they have a digital file. And then they have basically an account in the software system so they can log in and start to what's that about? Okay. Looked like it was about to cut out on me again. So they can log in, and then from there they're ready to work. So all we would have to do, we just add the shift, because the clients are already in the program, in the software. So we put the client's information and all the schedules already in the software. So we just plug in the caregivers in, and then once that's done, We have a physical interview. They come to the office. They come meet with me. They come meet with the office manager. They come in here in the office, not in this direct office. We have a conference room. You're not coming in my office. It's like my house. So you go into the office, the conference room, sit down, do your in-person interview. We meet them. Hopefully, this, we like them. It's a good thing. Then we onboard them all the way. We give them shirts and all that good stuff. So and prepare them to get ready for some meet and greets, because that's the next step. The caregivers don't go straight to the clients without doing meet and greets. So they do meet and greets first, then they get their schedule, then they get started. So so that's what we're doing. We're paying the virtual assistant to take us through that entire process, right? The virtual assistant, we're not seeing when we don't see a caregiver until they have all of their documentations filled out, the interview is done, and there's somebody that we're excited about. That's the only thing we get. We no longer have to scroll Facebook, go through all of these different messages, all of these, people who aren't serious, the people that just, they just got the email or they seen it online, they just clicked the button, they weren't really serious. Like, we don't have to shift through that stuff. You don't want to have to shift through I call those kind of tasks, whereas though you have to, redundant task is like $10 hours. That's something that you're gonna pay somebody to for $10 an hour to do, not something that you're gonna do. You, the business owner, don't have the luxury to do a task for $10 an hour for multiple hours. So you have to outsource those tasks so you could work on the $500 an hour task, the $1,000 hour task. What are those tasks? Those are on your business tasks, not in your business tasks. And we'll get into all that later if you want to talk about, different tasks that represent $10 hour work, and then $1,000 hour work, $500 hour work. I mean, it's just simple, like creating systems, and hiring and training virtual assistants and things like that, coming up with different marketing campaigns, reaching out to different investors for potential investment, or managing the accounts and working with your accountant and bookkeeping and things like that. Those things are some of the stuff that you can't outsource, or you don't want to outsource, especially not in the early stages, because you're getting a feel for it for yourself. You're learning QuickBooks, you're learning bookkeeping, you're learning how to build your business credit. You're trying to establish yourself for scalability. You want to make sure that you're doing the things that's going to allow you to scale, not only just the things that's going to keep you the day-to-day operations. Now, I'm not saying that these virtual assistants are going to remove every step from you. You're still going to need to work every day. But what I'm saying is, I want you working on tasks that are going to yield higher results, opposed to tasks that aren't going to yield only certain, it's just certain levels of effort, and it's just certain tasks that you as the business owner should be working on. And you as the business owner, there's certain tasks that you as the business owner should be able to outsource. And this is just an opportunity for you guys to outsource these tasks while you have a chance, while you're still while you or it's giving you a chance earlier in your business setup, or in your business establishment, than before. Because before, if you had to hire somebody and this was a new company, chances are you couldn't afford it, because these people, if they were in America, they'd be making $30 an hour, at least 20 dollars an hour, because their administrative skills are just such at a high level. So getting back to some of the things they can do, it's like I was saying, they can do your social media, they can post content on all your socials, they can create videos for your YouTube channel, they can help you get reviews on your Google page, on your Google places, like things like that. These are the tasks that you want to be outsourcing, but you want to make sure that are happening all day, every day, right? So let me show you guys something here, then I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna show you a end of day report of just phone calls that you want to get from your that you get, how you get your reports at the end of every shift. So we get a report from our caregivers after every shift. I mean, after the virtual assistants after every shift, so we can. It's my computer. I clicked on it. There's gonna be some feedback. Um. So yeah, we still live. It said too low action needed. Learn more. Okay, here we go. Dismiss. It's telling me to do some things. So I guess that's why the live be cutting off because I'll be having other stuff going. I think it said close. I gotta close out all these different um things. So, but basically, I want to show y'all an end of day report, just a report, a sample report of what we get back from the virtual assistants. It's just a spreadsheet, but I just want to show you guys so you can just have a real visual, like so you guys can really see like what we're talking about, what it looks like, and what to expect from your virtual assistants. So okay, I got it up now. I got to figure out how to get it on live for you guys. Okay, I think we got it. Ah, only thing, let me see if they're gonna let me switch the screen because I'm doing screen share on the live. So can I switch? It won't let me switch. It won't let me switch. So let me see. So it's not letting me put that document up. It won't let me switch to another screen. Oh, nope, it won't let me do it either that way. It's only letting me go to this one application. So basically, I was going to just show y'all what an end of day report looks like. I'll just walk you through it. So basically, what I get the area, the location of the facility, the county. I get the facility name because everyone called facilities last week. I get the facility name, the address, the phone number, the date, the time of the call, how long the call was, whether they were interested, uninterested, the follow up action, the notes, the status, um, and the follow up thing. So that's pretty much what we get every day from the thing. So an example just says this one is an example. Interested, but the owner is not around. She would try to call us again. She would call us back, give us a call on our callback number. For me, we're gonna just call them back ourselves on Monday. Here's another one. Ask for us to call them back. Interested, but the owner's not around. Will let us know if they need anything in the future. Give us a call back. Will let us know. Interested, they are interested. They are assisted living, 8 residents. So like perfect. This is a here I'm looking at one from August 17th. Interested. They have a facility with 8 residents and they need a living caregiver. So we're just doing it just like this, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm doing, exactly how to do it, how to get your business up and running with very little staff. I mean, with very little marketing money, if any, because I'm going to just put give you. I'm going to recommend you just get a virtual assistant, just spending tax money. I mean, then spending. Let me see if I could do this. Let me try to be slick real quick. Let me try to be slick. Insert. Instead of spending money, I'd rather you guys just how do I insert a table? Insert model, insert an art graph. Why not let me insert a spreadsheet? That's weird. Okay, they're not letting me show you. Whatever. So um So yeah, we're going to teach you how to get all that stuff done, man. We're going to get teach you how to get it all done. In the once you sign up for the virtual assistant administrative assistant program. And before we go, I just want to let you guys know that this is included. You get your very own trained up virtual assistant in the Done for You program. We are definitely back up and running with the Done for You program, and we want to work with you. We're looking to get started with working with new Done for You clients immediately. So if you're interested in the Done for You program, meaning that we're going to do your application for you, we're going to do your license for you, we're going to do your policies and procedures for you, we're going to put your website together for you, we're going to give you some insight on what type of entity to get, LLC, S corp, help you get set up with QuickBooks, walk you through the QuickBooks setups phase, and then get right into the business of getting clients and hiring staff, helping you getting licensed, insured, bonded, all of that stuff. That's the Done for You program. We've helped many companies out there that's still going strong, that we got set up, and we're really proud of that. So if you're interested and you want to get your company going and you want to really be crushing it in 2023, sign up for the Done for You program. And we're gonna get right to it. So that's it for now, and I'm glad you guys were patient with me. Hopefully, we'll be back with some more lives here. Um, and as I think of stuff that I feel like is helpful, I'll just bring it back to you guys, just like I always do. So I don't want to hold you guys too much longer. It's Sunday. It's a beautiful day. Get out there, get some good weather, and you know, we'll be back. We'll be back soon. Definitely tomorrow morning. Definitely streaming tomorrow at some point because I got a kid start school tomorrow. So that's a different. I probably will be it's like afternoonish or later, but we're definitely gonna go live tomorrow as well. So we're looking forward to checking you out. If you have any questions, you know what to do. Give us a call, shoot us a DM, an email. Happy Sunday. Peace.